Hello, everyone. We have many newspapers and news organizations here that want to hear us howl. For years now, since we started in 2012, we have introduced bills during every legislative session, and this year is no different. And our bills are all aimed at figuring out ways to come up with solutions to having the wolf and communities coexist. So we want, of course, to repeal the wolf hunting that is in law right now.
That was passed last session?
No, the wolf hunt, the only way we stopped the wolf hunt was through a judge stopping it according to a lawsuit. In 2014, a district court judge put the Great Lakes wolves back on the endangered species list. And the reason, she said, was in part the way Minnesota recovered wolves or did not recover wolves following protections. In part because we have literally unregulated hunting, is how she called it, in 2/3 of our state, according to our wolf plan. The wolf is killed outside of hunts when they lose protection. So we are trying to get the hunt off the books so that we can reevaluate the entire wolf plan that was never really put into place when wolves lost federal protection. Well, last night there was a bill that was voted on. It was called the House Joint Resolution 69, and it was all about allowing the state of Alaska to kill animals in the Alaska wildlife refuges. They've already been doing it on their state lands, and now they're going for federal lands. And all the Republicans voted for this bill to resume this aerial killing.
No, this is in Congress, or here.
This is in Congress. All the Democrats voted no. At least, what's sad is now the Democrats have no power and they're showing some unity. Whereas before, they didn't show unity when they had power. But the wedge through the door, why were people at the federal level in 2011 so interested in taking the wolf out of protections in the western states, enough to have Obama put it into a budget bill? Why were they so interested at the state level to remove wolf protections and to implement a hunt at the state level before they even lost federal protections? What are those special interests really interested in? And if people would look more deeply, they would see that the wolf's detractors are the same as the detractors for clean air, clean water, and wild places.
Who? Joseph Wolf.
Okay, and Wolf is your actual last name?
It is my last name. It has been in my family for 100 years. As a young person named Wolf, I used to get knocked around because it was easy to pick on somebody who was different, and a name like Wolf, of course, is a very different name. And since the wolf has been hated for centuries and regarded as an evil entity, I got my own share of that. And it was about 10 years ago or so that I realized that I maybe had an empathy with what the wolf experiences because of my own personal experience.
I should be applauding you. You are the ones that keep it in the public's eye and keep this movement going. I can't do it without you. There's a lot of resistance to protecting the wolves, I discover every year. We all know that it's the keystone species that keeps the habitat healthy for the forest ecology, the recreational hunt that did motivate me to change my bill to ban any future wolf hunts.
It's an honor for me to be an author or a co-author on your legislative package. You're here to represent wolves, the wildlife, our ecosystem. That is very important, and I appreciate that. Protect the wolf, ban the snare, do it now, we vote, we care.
At the White Earth Indian Reservation, we asked the commissioner of the DNR, we asked the governor, we asked everybody, please do not allow the hunt within the boundaries of the White Earth Indian Reservation. This non-native woman called me, she said, I have a pack of wolf puppies that appear to be starving. They appear extremely emaciated. They appear like they are maybe just a few days from starving to death if we do nothing. Was this pack of 5 starving wolf pups. We went and got some bags of commercial dog food. We soaked it up in some water, and that's where we started. We didn't touch them. But we helped them. We started dragging in roadkill beaver, muskrat, deer, whatever we could find. Because this woman who I'd worked on, she said, well, I haven't seen them in 2 weeks. So they're still out there. They made it through the first winter. And all 5 of them made it through that first winter, which is the critical one.